Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alex Pereira. Hey, dog, you want to come up to heavyweight, dog? Oh, she's frozen. But we're in the clear now. Oh, guys, you have no idea what's about to happen. You have no idea. Welcome to the DynamiteGizmo Podcast, everyone. Episode 297? Is it episode 297? Oh god, we're such lacklusters today. We don't have a fucking clue what's going on. Oh wait, here's today's card. It's tradition around here to show you the card, but it's not tradition to show you what's on the card, but you'll find out anyway because we'll talk about it. I said that wrong again. 290 what? 96. We're at 296, and I'll tell you what, feather fucks. I'm sick as a frog. You ever seen a frog hop around on a lily pad before? And you pick it up and you take it home. You put it in a bucket with grass. And you try to feed it for days with your friend. You give it bugs and fucking cheesies and shit. And it doesn't eat any of it because it doesn't want to live in a bucket. But you've touched the frog. And after touching the frog, you've touched your mouth. Okay, and then you go to sleep all happy because you're like, oh, me and my friend caught a frog today. Yay. And we're going to feed it and keep it forever. But then you wake up the next day and you're fucking sick. Like, deathly ill. Because you got frog juice in your mouth. That's not what happened to me, but that's what it feels like. Because I'm sick. I'm sick. I've been sick. For multiple days. And because I've been sick for multiple days, I didn't have enough time to prepare. And because I didn't have enough time to prepare, I just had to slap together what I could. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Because I've been thinking about transitioning the podcast back to a free-based, off-the-cuff sort of thing, which it should have been to begin with, which it was to begin with, and I steered off and I took a trajectory where I wanted to do scripted shit. Which that was going nice, but I want to steer back. I want to steer back to a free base. Off the cuff. Off the tongue. Off the dome. Out the mouth. Through the butt. Type of podcast. It's more fun. It's more relaxed. Easier to prepare. And it's the way a podcast should be. So I'll tell you right now, this episode might be a bit shit. Not only because of that reason, but because I'm sick. Sick as a fucking frog. Have you ever gone to the forest to go catch some frogs? We're not telling this story again. There's a many a thing we could talk about today, but I'm only going to touch on a few things. But before we get into anything, let me just say this. This weekend, we have UFC Fight Night in Manitoba. Winnipeg, Manitoba. Huh? What? And this is the card here. Have a nice dirty look at it. Okay, this is my fight prediction sheet. I create these sheets. Hi there. I'm in the bottom left corner. Take a look at your screen. Now I'm in front view. Now I'm down here. Now I've disappeared. Now I'm back. Excuse me, I might cough a lot through this episode. This, what you're looking at right here, is the fight prediction sheet that I create for every numbered event and for every fight night. Okay, you can download this shit and print it off for free. Bring it back for free. Okay? I'm telling you, it's great. It's wonderful. It's easy to use. Anybody can use it, whether you're a teen or a queen. Okay, let's take a zoom in here. Let's just zoom in on number 11. Nah, let's do number 10. Nah, let's do the co-main. Nah, let's do number 10. See, they're all separated into blocks. Okay, women's flyweight. Jasdavicius versus Silva. Fight record. Vegas betting odds. Nicknames. Pictures. Flag of origin. Ranking. You check off pick for the fighter you want to vote for to win, and then whoever does win, you actually check off the win box. You do that for every single fighter throughout the card. Okay? And then, at the very end of the night, you go all the way down to the very fucking bottom, and you mark your score at a 13. Oh, I'm blocking it. You can't see. You mark your score at a 13. Okay, and then you come up just a little bit more, and you rate the card at a 5 stars. And then you see how it did on the expectation scale. Did it flop, miss, meet, beyond, or exceed? Okay? And look, there's little facts on the side. Ooh, I love facts. And then tells you where it's being held. Okay? Look, there is the poster. God, I'm so sick. I can't even focus, dude. We'll talk about more. We'll more talk about this at the end of the episode. But let's talk about some news and notes and garbage that's been going on. So Jiri didn't win the title. Fuck! God damn it. He fucked it, dude. Jiri fucked it up. Okay? He didn't show mercy. Jiri, you didn't show mercy. You screwed it up. You screwed yourself. Okay? And I hate to say this, Jiri, because I love you. You know I love you, Jiri. We all love you. There's nobody on this planet who doesn't love you. Until now. And it's very unfortunate. Now, am I going to sit here and say I don't love you anymore, Jiri? No. Of course I love you. I love you with all my farts. And my heart. But when you go out there and do silly things like this, after you've done silly things before, okay, you get what you deserve, my friend. You get what you deserve. And it's very unfortunate, because you should be the champion right now. It was right there. It was there even before we knew this was going to happen to Ulberg. It was right there to the lead up to the event. It was right there the moment the fight was announced that you were going to fight Ulberg for the vacant light heavyweight title. We all knew, okay, Jiri is now the light heavyweight champ. And we're going to live in a peaceful, wonderful world where Jiri's the light heavyweight champ and Alex Pereira's the heavyweight champ. Oh, it's going to feel so wonderful. I wish there was more inflection in my voice, but again, I'm sick. So you're going to have to deal with what you get. But no, Jiri. His ACL, not your Ulberg's ACL, busted, shattered. The guy couldn't even stand on his leg. It was so clear. He was limping around like a fucking rabbit with its leg broken. He was hobbling around. He couldn't even stand up. And for some reason, he even threw a kick with that leg. He didn't give a shit, dude. All right, and what did Jiri do? He stood there, and he saw that his leg was fucked up, and he's like, okay, I'm going to do a little Max Holloway point to the ground here. And we're just going to stand here and swing at each other. All right? Jiri didn't go for the leg anymore. He didn't try to just absolutely dominate and get that win. No. He came in there and fucked around. He fucked around, okay? There was no mercy. It was him fucking around, showing off. Trying to get a nice fucking clean finish. Or sloppy one, because his usually are sloppy. But Dustin Poirier put it very bluntly and clearly, truthfully. Jiri was playing with his food. That's what he was doing. And it's true. That's what he was doing. He was playing with his goddamn food. Jiri, what's going on, my friend? We don't do that round here. No. This is a title fight. Okay? You're having a child. This week, next week, I don't even know. Have you had it already? Who knows, dude? You're supposed to bring the belt back home to your child. And you fucked it up. You completely fucked it over. It was right there. It was in the bag. We were all watching it. I was sitting right on that couch over there. And I saw Ulberg's leg wobbling around. Him stumbling left, right, center. I was a complete euphoria washed over me the second I saw that. Jiri, I knew you were going to win no matter what. But the second I saw Ulberg's leg fucked up, I'm like, the biggest smile came upon my face because I knew. Okay. Now we're guaranteed the win. We just got to wait for it to happen now. Yes. Okay, here we go. It's coming. Any moment now, it's coming. And then, BOW! Oh, no. Jiri's down and he's collapsed. And now he's getting smashed in the face. Fuck, he's done. He's done. You got clipped. Out of nowhere. You got clipped, Jiri. You got clipped. You were supposed to win that, and you could have won that, and you should have won that. And there is another universe, another world, where you would have won. And now what? Your chances have been flushed down the toilet. You had the belt. You injured yourself. You rightfully vacated it. No one shamed you of this. We looked up to you to this. Because it's very rare that a fighter would do this. But you did it. Okay? And they gave you your chance again. They gave you the first shot against Alex Pereira. You went out there. You fought valiantly. But you couldn't do it. So you stepped aside. Had another fight. Looked fantastic. Then you came back. They gave you another shot. All right? Redemption against Alex. And you went out there and you couldn't do it. But that's okay. We still loved you. Because you came back. And you beat Jamal Hill. Not only did you beat him, but you beat him fantastically. You made him look like a piece of shit. Okay? And then you went out there and you fucking creamed Khalil Roundtree. Woo! Fantastic. You looked great. In round 3, at least. Amazing. All right? No one ever stopped loving you. We loved you the whole time. And we still love you. At least the real ones do. But you can still love someone and feel some disappointment. Which I currently do. And I feel like a lot of others do as well. Because what happens now? Are you getting a rematch with Ulberg? I highly fucking doubt it. Okay? Are you ever getting another shot at the title? The only way is if you continue to win against whoever it is you fight from here on out. Because you have to stay at the top, my friend. I think it is a possibility you can get another title shot, but it's going to be a bit yet. And not only is it going to be a bit yet until you get a title shot, it's going to be a bit yet before Carlos Ulberg even has an opportunity to defend said title. Now let me throw this your way, people. Could we possibly live in a world where because Carlos Ulberg has such a significant injury, i.e. the ACL, which it has not even been revealed whether or not it is, but there's major speculation that that is what it is. I know Carlos Ulberg said it was his knee that popped, but if you watch the footage, it clearly is the back of his leg. And there have been doctors, sports doctors, who have reviewed the footage and commented on the footage and have said it does look as though it is the ACL. And if that is the case, could we live in a world where Ulberg has to either A, vacate his title, or B, allow the UFC. Sorry, I'm sick. I told you. Allow the UFC to put an interim title on the line. And if that is the case, does that mean Yuri has a shot at that title? Is he going to be the Cyril Gane of the light heavyweight division, only much more admired? Although there is a lot of people who do actually admire Cyril Gane, and I don't understand it. But we could live in a world where that does happen. God damn it. I'm coughing up 16 lungs. I'm just rearranging some stuff here. Sorry, my guy. I want to take a look at the light heavyweight division right now and see what it looks like. So why don't we take a look together, shall we? This is fun. I like doing it off the cuff. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, this is gross. You know what? It's not even that I'm like not a fan of Ulberg. There's nothing wrong with Ulberg. It's just he shouldn't be here right now. I'm not saying he didn't win fair and square. He won fair and square. But what I'm saying is Yuri fucked up. So we got Magomed, Ankalaev, yuck. Why the fuck is he still at the number 1 spot? Alex Pereira won't be there for long. Yuri Prochazka is number 3. Jan Blachowicz, Khalil. Okay. Could see another. Maybe Khalil will get another shot. I don't know. It would fucking suck if they gave Magomed another shot. Ugh. But who would they do? Magomed versus Yuri? For the interim or vacated? Would they do Jan versus Ankh? Ugh. That sounds horrible. I doubt they do Yuri versus Khalil too. But I don't know. Crazier things have happened. Jamal Hill's still up here for some reason. Now we got Paulo Costa at the number 7 spot. I don't know if he's quite ready yet, but light heavyweight's not looking great right now. It's a lot of meh. A lot of meh. All right, but also that night, which is another thing that I wanted to talk about is Mr. Josh space Hokit, Josh Hokit, the Incredible Hoke. Now, leading up to this fight, I talked about how annoying and redonkulous it was to listen to him. But I did say he has potential, and it more than likely will turn into something magical. And guess what? Within the blink of a fight, it did. The tables have turned, and now he's beloved already. Wow, look how quick that was. Okay? And it was because of the reason that I said, and it's because he won. But it's not just because he won the fight. It was because it was such a spectacular performance. One of, if not, the greatest heavyweight fight we've ever seen. I'm not going to say it is the greatest. I will say it's one of. But it's up there. Fucking, it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Couldn't believe what I was witnessing the entire time. Shot for shot. These guys punched and punched and punched. And Josh Hokit could not be taken down. Curtis Blaydes tried, but Josh Hokit would not go down. All right, and a lot of people were starting to really open their eyes, or at least open other people's eyes to the capabilities of Josh Hokit. He is a fantastic athlete. Former Why don't we get Maple involved here? Let's get Maple involved. Where is she at? Maple, are you here?
I'm right here. What's on your mind?
Guess what?
Oh, I'm all ears. What's the big reveal?
We are currently live on the DynamiteGizmo Podcast.
Oh, no pressure then, right? I'm ready. Let's make this episode a blast. What are we diving into?
I'm talking about Josh Hokit, and I want to know what was his position. What position did he play when he was a football guy?
Josh Hokit played as a fullback in football. He was with the San Francisco 49ers for a bit. Then, of course, he made his move into MMA.
Well, he did some wrestling. You forgot about that. It didn't go straight to MMA.
You're totally right. He had a solid wrestling background in college before heading into MMA. I can't skip that chapter. It's part of his whole.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough, Maple. Please, for the love of God. She'll just ramble and ramble and ramble for days. He was a, what did she say, a fullback? I don't watch football. I don't know any of the positions. He was a fullback. According to cracked.com, that's an impressive athletic position to be in. Okay? Then he was a D1 wrestler as well. College. Wrestled like crazy. Wrestled Bo Nickel. Didn't win, but he wrestled him. And now he's a mixed martial artist. Undefeated. 9-0. The guy's unstoppable. And on top of that, he's a crazy, wacky, goofy guy. He's the kind of guy that makes you open your eye and say, wow, this is no small fry. I love this fella. I want to listen to him all day. Now, before he was cringe, but now that he's shown that he can stand on the fringe, he's unstoppable. And he's actually funny to listen to now. Isn't it crazy how that switch up happens so fast? They gave him a shot. They gave him an opportunity. They said, here you go, my friend. Go on this main card slot against the number 5th ranked guy in the heavyweight division. And show us your stuff. Yeah, you want to play these characters, huh? You want to be all silly and goofy and try to be funny? You want to be a comedy boy? Well, here you go. Here, Mr. Funny Guy. Put yourself on the main card. On a numbered event in Miami. One of the biggest cards that one of the most anticipated cards people have been waiting for so far this year. All right? And not only does he go out there and make a fool of himself leading up to it, but he brings all the eyes towards him, all the attention towards him. Then he goes out there, has a fantastic performance. Not just fantastic, one of the best performances we've seen in a long time, especially at heavyweight. Gets both the bonuses. Okay? Gains all the respect back from the fans. And then, before the night even ends, Dana White gets on the fucking phone. And he's like, you know what? Let's fucking put you against Derrick Lewis on the motherfucking White House card. We'll put you on the White House card because Trump's here. And Trump's like, why isn't Derrick Lewis here? On the card, I mean, on the White House card. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Trump. Let me make you happy. I'll put Derrick Lewis on there, even though Derrick Lewis has been looking shit his last fucking fights. His last few, well, I guess the Texera one was okay, but he's coming off a horrible loss against Costa, where he gave up, looked like shit. But we'll give him an opportunity because Donald Trump likes him and it's his birthday. Ugh. But you know what? Great. That's good. That's fine. Because Josh Hokit is going to make Derrick Lewis look like an even bigger fool in front of Trump. How fantastic. Trump's going to love that. I bet Trump's going to absolutely fucking love that. All right? Josh Hokit is going to go out there and absolutely fucking cream Derrick Lewis. Make him look like a fool. Make him look like a coward. More than Costa already did. And it's probably going to be the first fight of the night. Actually, I don't know. Did they change the lineup here? Let's see. Ooh, I'm hungry. I could eat some food. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, you guys want to look together? They haven't even put it on here yet. So there you have it. But I'm imagining it's probably going to be the first fight of the night. Maybe. I don't even know. Maybe Trump is like, I want him to be the main event. I want him to be the main event because I like Derrick Lewis. Yeah, okay. Very funny, Trump. Very funny. Doesn't matter what part of the card he's on. Okay? All right? Now imagine, think about how wonderful this is going to be for Josh Hokit. He's going to explode. Okay? And now there's $1 million, $1 million performance bonus on the line for this one card and one card only. Is Josh Hokit going to get it? Is it possible to have the same sort of performance that he had against Curtis Blaydes on the White House card and earn that $1 million bonus? That's very hard to do. I don't think he's capable of that again. But if he is, wow. All right, I'm already all in on Josh Hokit. That's all it took was that Curtis Blaydes fight. I'm all in. But if he does that, whoo-wee, god damn. What else can I say? The guy's a phenom. He's a wonderful creature. He'll go down in history. He'll seriously go down in history. And if he does that, I think he'll potentially be the next Conor McGregor, which sounds ridiculous and insane to say, but if he can go out there and do what he did to Curtis Blaydes to Derrick Lewis on the White House card and earn that $1 million bonus and then continue to portray that character that he has, he'll draw so much attention to the sport. People have no choice but to tune into the UFC like they did back when Conor McGregor was doing his thing. Conor McGregor brought so many people to UFC. That's not a secret. We all know this. And everyone said, oh, there's never going to be another Conor McGregor. But we didn't see the possibilities of what could happen. And I never believed that statement when people would say that. Of course, why would I believe that? I don't like when people say this is impossible. Of course it's possible to do it again. And I think we're looking at it here with Josh Hokit. And I know it sounds crazy right now to say, but think about it. There's no other fighter in the UFC who plays a character, a role, a narrative, a story in the style of a WWE persona. That's what he's doing. All right, and it works for WWE. Of course, we've known it's worked for fucking decades. But no one's ever done it in the UFC. And he's not only doing it, but he's succeeding exponentially at winning the fights. He's undefeated. Okay, and then he goes out there and wins the way he did this past weekend. And now he's gets the opportunity to go on the White House card. It is snowballing fast. Dana White wouldn't give this opportunity to anybody on the fly like that. Trump was asking for Derrick Lewis. Okay, so of course he's going to put Derrick Lewis on, but who's Derrick Lewis going to fight? The only big name that they have right now. The one that actually makes sense. The one that's going to bring in everybody. Josh Hokit. Josh Hokit really has something here, and he knew it the whole time. And everybody doubted him, and I doubted him. We all doubted him. And Ariel Helwani, don't say you didn't doubt him, because you did. Okay? I know you did. You doubted him. We all did. You thought it was weird. We all thought it was weird. Don't deny that. Maybe you said he had potential like I did, but I don't know. But the way you portrayed yourself yesterday or the day before, you were saying like, "Oh, it was all me. Like I knew this. I predicted this. Ba 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 ba." Okay, nah, come on, man. Don't take credit for this. All right. Josh Hokit is serious business. Serious business. He's gonna turn into something magical. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. What did Curtis Blaydes have to say? What is this? What is this video? Curdy, what do you have to say, my friend? You know? That's the other thing. Like, Curtis was so loved going into this. I was on Curtis's side. I was like, God damn, I voted for you, Curtis. I thought you were going to win. I thought you were going to smoke him, and then that would be the end of Josh Hokit. But that wasn't the case at all. Both of you put up an amazing fight, amazing performance.
Did I end up speaking to Hokit after the fight? we both, obviously, we both was in the ambulance. We both got taken to the nearest hospital, which is like a half hour away. And as we're being brought in on the gurney things, he's behind me. I'm not able to look behind me because if you ever been on the gurney, it blocks you from looking behind you. But I can hear him going, Blaydes, why didn't you just give up? Fuck. Or at least that's what I think he said. But again, I got hit a lot. So did I end up speaking to Hokit after?
That's absolutely what he said. I could picture him saying that. I'll tell you what, Blaydes is strong, man. I mean, they're both strong, but Blaydes absolutely strong. Okay? So also that same night, we had, of course, Gable Steveson gets signed with the UFC. He's sitting right square next to none other than John Jones. And they're touching each other's shoulders and rubbing each other's bellies and giving each other little kissies, little smooches on the cheeks. They love each other. But finally, Gable Steveson is signed with the UFC and set to debut at International Fight Week on UFC 329. Ooh, finally, Gable Steveson. The heavyweight division is saved. It's saved. We're getting somewhere. We're rolling. Now the light heavyweight division is looking like a pile of trash. Oh, I just had a thought. I just had a crazy thought pop in my head. What if Ulberg is out because of the ACL? Oh, what if Ulberg is out because of the ACL, right? So they put up either the interim or the vacated. It's hard to determine what they would choose. But then Khamzat decides to move up to light heavyweight. And then Khamzat fights Jiri Prochazka for the vacated or interim. Ooh, well, yeah. What if that happens? I think there's enough time for that to happen. Yeah, I could see that happening. Ooh. Now that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Anyway, we're talking about Gable Steveson here. There's not really much. Ow. Ow. I need to say about this. We've been waiting. We've been waiting for the Stevenator. For the Steveson. Or as a lot of people like to call him, Stevenson. We've been waiting for Steveson for a long mother beep time. Am I allowed to fucking curse? Am I allowed to say the fuck word? That's a fun way to ask if you're allowed to curse. Hey, excuse me, am I allowed to say the fuck word? Am I allowed to say shit? Oh, I'm thinking about Chinese food. Oh, fuck, I'm hungry. Um, God damn it. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, Gable Steveson. We've been waiting, and he's finally here. Okay, who's he going to fight? Do you think they're going to throw him up against a ranked opponent? Do you think they're going to put him up against an... I can't speak because I'm sick. That's what I'm blaming it on. Are they going to rank him? Are they going to give him a ranked opponent right off the biggity bat? I don't thiggity think so. Or maybe I thiggity think they will. We can take a look together and see if anything makes sense. Although with the UFC, nothing makes sense nowadays. But let's see here. We got the heavyweight division. Wait, he's a heavyweight, right? Gable Stevenson's heavyweight. Is he not? Right? See, I don't even know. He's got to be, right? He's a big chunky boy. Do we even know? It's never really been said. Yeah, he's a heavyweight, I guess. Well, yeah, because he's fought. Well, I'm a fucking idiot. God, what a stupid thing to say. Yeah, because he's fought MMA already. Fucking dirty boxing and what's his weight class? Yeah, heavyweight. Duh. God damn it. But the thing is, though, like, you look at his MMA record, he's 4-0. 3-0, I guess, technically. Because one of them was a custom rules match. So, but they're all round one knockouts. But the thing is, the UFC, I don't know, dude. I still think he has potential, obviously, but okay, who are we going to pop him up against if we were to give him a ranked opponent right off the bat? Shamil Gaziev? Nah. Mick Parkin? Nah. Texera? Maybe. I mean, Tybura's been taking the brunt force of the debut fighters recently. So maybe him. Maybe D'Elia? Ante D'Elia? Or whatever you say. Okay, now we're getting too high because we're hitting Derrick Lewis. Yeah, we're not going to go this high. And there's Josh Hokit. Rank number fucking 5. Can you believe it? It's unbelievable. Un-goddamn believable. You're unbelievable. Dun 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 dun. I don't know, dude. Who are they going to give him? Who cares? Let's just enjoy it and see how he does on his debut. I think they'll play it smart, though. They're not going to give him someone that they know he's going to lose to. They want to build this guy into something creamy, supreme. Okay? The whole world's talking about Gable Steveson. Inside, outside the UFC, he's just an icon. He's a legend. Because he's butt buddies with John Jones. But, I mean, he's also great. He's a fantastic athlete. Just like Josh Hokit. There will come a day where Josh Hokit has to fight Gable Steveson. And that'll be a wonderful day indeed. People were predicting that Gable Steveson could potentially be the heavyweight champion by the end of this year. That's a stretch. There's a very small chance that could have happened. But now it's looking more like Josh Hokit has more of a chance. And Josh Hokit is fighting down on this White House card. Derrick Lewis is below Josh Hokit. Can you believe that shit? But it would still be a great name to add to his resume. Curtis Blaydes. Derrick Lewis back to motherfucking back. Okay, now speaking of Carlos Ulberg, the motherfucker, according to himself, has lost the belt already. Now, when you hear that term, you think, what? They stripped him? No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the motherfucker, he lost the belt. It's gone. He doesn't know where it is. Okay? I've lost the belt, bro. I don't know. I don't know exactly where it is. Initially, after winning, the plan was to not have a drink. But you know how these things go, right? First, someone gives you a champagne to celebrate. Then one thing leads to another, and you're doing shots. So it's okay. I'll have another, and another, and another. And then all of a sudden, bam, the belt's missing. So there's some motherfucker in the world right now with Carlos Ulberg's belt around their waist or sitting on their fucking mantle above their fireplace. Or what if it was Yuri? What if Yuri snuck into that bar quietly, knowing, planting, plotting to get Carlos Ulberg drunk so he could sneak in there and show no mercy? No mercy, no more, Ulberg. Yuri's coming to take that belt back, whether he has to steal it or fight you for it. And clearly he can't do the second one. So he got you drunk, motherfucker, and he took that belt for himself. Well, obviously someone took it, all right? That's what he's getting at here. Okay, he went out for some drinks, had too many, lost the belt. Someone took it. It's gone. Like, unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. That's I couldn't imagine losing a belt, losing my belt. Like the UFC title, like you get the UFC title, the thing you've been working for your entire life. You finally get it. You did it. Not only did you do it, but you beat one of the biggest, most baddest motherfuckers in the sport, let alone the goddamn planet. And you beat him with a fucking busted ass ACL that you couldn't even stand on. You were hobbling around like a goddamn skunk with a broken leg. I'm sorry, I'm sick. I can't come up with funny analogies. And you knock him out after you were about to lose. Clearly. You get the belt, you get drunk, and you lose it. It's gone. The same day. Or the day after. Whatever it was. It's gone. How crushing would that be? That would be horrible. And I know they're fighters and they have the fighter mentality of like, the belt's the belt. What really matters is just having a good mindset and pushing forward and having a good time. And you lost the belt, dude. That fucking sucks. Just admit that sucks. All right? Because he lost the belt now. And we know he's going to be out for a year. Okay? There's a potential that it's going to be stripped from him anyway because he can't fight. And then someone else is going to fight for that title. And he might never ever get it back. He might never get it back. And now he won't even have the proof that he won it to begin with. And we can all just sit and laugh and be like, it's AI, bro. It's AI. I don't care what you're showing me right now. It's fake. Okay, just show me the belt. Where's the belt, Ulberg? Oh, you lost it? Oh. Ooh. Funny story. Don't lose the belt, dude. If you're going to do anything, don't lose the goddamn belt. How could you? How dare you? That's a disgrace. You're a disgrace, Ulberg. Okay? I like Ulberg. I really do. Okay? I don't like him more than Yuri. All right? Super disappointed in Yuri. Okay? I'll be happy that Ulberg won the belt. Sure. Okay? He did what he needed to do. And he did it masterfully. It was a very, incredible thing that he was able to accomplish with that leg. And Jiri completely fucked up. All right, but you lost the belt. Come on, man. Come on. Don't do that. That's disgusting. Gross, dude. You make me want to vomit in my mouth and chew it up. Okay, I just have two more things. One more thing to tell. Two more things. One more thing. One more thing. Just one more thing, and then I want to just go over the fight prediction sheet. God damn it, I'm a sick little donkey. Okay. So if you didn't know, I will tell you right now. Mr. Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez. He's been missing for the past 6 months. After his fight against Kevin Holland, he had a glorious win. He took himself and his family out on a nice, wonderful vacation. A magical, wonderful land. His homeland, where he originates from. At least I think. Mexico. He crossed the border. A very contentious place right now. But he's like, let's go, family. I just beat Kevin Holland. One of the most iconic motherfuckers in the welterweight division. I beat him. So let's go celebrate on a nice vacation in Mexico. And they crossed the border. And they got stopped. And they got checked. The Border Patrol searched their vehicle for whatever reason. And what did they find? An ounce of weed. Or it was just under an ounce, he says. And so what happens? Well, D-Rod gets arrested. And he gets put in the Tijuana jail. And it was only supposed to be for like a week or so. And it turned into 3 months. And then it turned into 6 months. And it was actually supposed to be even longer than that. And he said the whole time it was miserable. And nobody knew where he was. We all questioned it. Sean Strickland was the first one to actually put the word out there and be like, hey, where's D-Rod? What's going on here? Nobody knew. Nobody knew. But now he's out. And he looks like a changed man. He looks very depleted. Because imagine how that would feel. Imagine your career is finally heading in the right direction. You're in your prime. You have that crazy win over Ponzinibbio with that famous fucking photo that I will always love. And I'm going to look it up right now because you need to see this shit. Ponzinibbio. Where is that iconic photo? La 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 la. We're really sidetracking ourselves here. Oh my god. Somebody show me the photo. I mean, this is the one angle, but where's the other angle? Ha ha! There it is. That is what I talk about. Okay, yeah, look at this photo, dude. Ponzinibbio's standing back up and about to collapse. D-Rod's just screaming. Look at that. Look how fucking wonderful that photo is. All right? Shh. And the music I'm Still Standing is playing. Like, look at that. God. I want to print that off and put it on my wall. And you know what? I might just do that. Excellent. It's not even a photo. It's literally just like a screenshot from the live stream. But anyway, then he goes on to win against Kevin Holland, and you're on top of the world, baby. And now you got to halt everything. And go to jail for 6 months. And this isn't even the first time that D-Rod has been in jail. He's been to jail before. This is his way of turning his life around. providing for his family by fighting in the UFC, and he was doing so great. And life was good. And he was on top of the world and super fit and super healthy. But he had to eat like shit and barely get any exercise in the shithole of a cell. And if you want to hear the full description of what it was like there, you can watch the Ariel Helwani interview that he did this week. It was a little depressing. But he's out now and everything's good and he'll never make that mistake again. And he did recently have another interview with TMZ Sports. And he had this to say.
Ideally, in a perfect world, when would you get back in the octagon?
Man, I'll be real with you guys. I'm probably looking about International Fight Week, and I got an offer, an amazing offer. So you guys will probably see me in there with Leon Edwards, International Fight Week, man. That's sometime around July.
Wow, did they offer that to you?
Just today, man. And been thinking about it. I made the decision right now. I'm accepting the offer for Leon Edwards, International Fight Week.
Ideally, you know.
Okay, he's accepting the offer right then and there. Leon Edwards. But take a look at this skinny, weakened man. And I say that with the utmost respect. I'm saying that because he was in a jail cell in Mexico for 6 months where he claimed it was only once a week he was allowed outside to do any sort of training, any sort of running. And like the most garbage fucking food you could possibly eat. I love the Leon Edwards versus D-Rod fight. I absolutely want D-Rod to win. Of course. But is he going to be able to get back in shape enough in time for International Fight Week? Or has that jail time really diminished what he's capable of? Should he take a longer stretch of time to rejuvenate himself before stepping back into the octagon? I don't know. I guess there's only one way to find out. But he was offered Leon. He said he accepted. There's no official announcement yet, but obviously I could see this being an easy possibility, especially Leon Edwards coming off of like a 3 or 4 fight losing streak. I think that's the perfect matchup. Aside from the fact that D-Rod has been in jail for so long and he looks weak. Like he looks like his face is sunken in. He's kind of talking slower. He doesn't look like himself. His eyes are kind of sunk in. I could tell he's like malnourished. He's 100% malnourished. And he even said that in the Ariel interview. The food there was absolute trash because he was eating so good. You know, he's an elite UFC fighter. He was eating more than properly. So, yabba dabba do, dude. I don't fucking care what you think. Just tell me in the comments. Okay? Now we're just going to look at this card here quickly. Okay? There's lots of shit going on. They're in Canada, and I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, the Canada cards are always trash. Oh, they always suck. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Okay? UFC 315 last year. Bilal Muhammad versus JDM, where JDM creamed Bilal and took the belt from him. That card was actually pretty fucking decent, okay? So shut your goddamn trap. And we went into that one thinking it was going to be trash. Just like we went into the last 2 fight nights back-to-back prior to UFC 327 thinking they were going to be trash. And they were actually pretty fucking good. Not only pretty good, they were fucking unbelievably good. So this one might actually be pretty fucking good too. And let me explain why. Okay? Not only is there a lot of Canadians on this card, which as there should be, you know they're going to show up and glow up. Okay? But look who we got. Vologden. It's his debut. Do you know who this motherfucker is? Oh, you don't remember, do you? Because you don't watch the Dana White Contender Series. Well, maybe you should start, because it's fucking fantastic. He was on the Dana White Contender Series last year, and my God, it was one of the best. One of the best fucking Dana White Contender Series fights I've ever seen. Maybe one of the best fights ever. Unbelievable. Unbelievable back and forth. First the other guy was winning, then Vologden was winning, then the other guy was back and forth and back and forth. They just kept smashing each other. One would dominate one guy, and then the other guy would dominate the other, and then it would dominate this way and dominate that way. Dom, back and forth. It was like two dominatrixes duking it out in a coliseum. So much blood and violence. Oh, it was crazy. And we've been waiting for these guys to debut, and here he goes. He's debuting on the Canadian card against Sexy Mexi. And he's the underdog. So put money on him. Not guaranteed he's going to win, but we'll see. Okay? We got Croden. You know, she's always fun to watch. Hey, look what we got. Tanner Boser. All right, he's from a city that's like 2 hours from me. Okay? Nice young fella. Okay? Another debut Canadian guy against Rob Zilla, who's not doing great in the UFC so far. Seems like somebody who would, just based off of his Viking looks and background. But I think he's like 4-0. Or 4-1 or something in the UFC. Or sorry, 0-4. Or 0-3 or 1-3 or some shit. He's pretty sure he has 4 or 3 losses back to back in the UFC, and he. Why don't we just look it up for fuck's sakes? Why don't we just fucking look it up? Tapology is the place to be. I'm a coffee boy. Valentin, Robert Valentin. Okay, let's look at him. Doesn't that look like a fucking Viking that would smash your dick off? Yeah? Well, look. He's 0-3 in the UFC. Bomb. Lost to Ryan Loder. Lost to Torres Finney. And lost to Atiba Gauthier. Now, the Atiba Gauthier makes sense. Okay? The Torres Finney fight, I remember watching this live and thinking to myself, oh my God, this is the worst fight I've ever fucking seen in my entire life. Torres Finney had him pressed against the cage, hunched over for all 3 rounds. Okay, and then the Ryan Loder fight I didn't even see. But come on, man. Can't even get past Ryan Loder? I don't even know who that is. Anyway. So, we might have another Canadian underdog that's going to not only win against Valentin, but possibly get him evicted from the UFC. Let me move up here. Bazooka versus Barboza. Barboza's a smashing machine. This guy loves to knock people out. In round 1. There's a lot of those guys nowadays. And he's a -500 favorite, and this guy loves to get knocked out. He loves to get smashed. Just kidding. He doesn't get knocked out that much. Only 5 times. Who knows if that was knockouts every time? I don't know. But this should be an interesting one, okay? You got G-Money versus Moses. Whatever. Who cares? Jazz Davicius. Oh, it's always great to see her. Now this guy, another great Dana White Contender Series guy, fighting Black Country Banger, Mr. Herbert himself. Herbert the Pervert. This guy had a wonderful, beautiful performance on the Dana White Contender Series. So he might smash. Okay? Then, of course, the classic Canadians in current UFC, Malott and Jourdain. Okay? Now, Jourdain's kind of hit and miss, but he's looking real good nowadays, and he is the favorite. Okay? Then Malott's always looking good. There's only one time where he wasn't. It was his only loss in the UFC. Whoops. All right, and here he is going up against Gilbert Burns. The only thing I'm worried about is Gilbert might out wrestle Malott, but we'll see. You know, Malott can wrestle too, but Gilbert's he's a really good one. He's a wrestle boy. All right, now that's just the very bare basics of what I'm telling you about this card, because it doesn't fucking matter because you don't know what's gonna happen. We could have a fucking bangerang of the card, you know, the whole way through. You don't know what's going to happen. So it's always worth watching. Okay? It might suck. It might actually suck. It might be trash. It might be the worst card we've ever seen. But you don't know unless you watch. Right, Bruce? Okay, shut up, dude. You're taking too long. I am hungry and I need to consume some food. Well, that's it for this episode of the DynamiteGizmo Podcast. Remember to download that sheet. Link is in the description or in my bio. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. 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 Do it now. Just subscribe. Bye.